गणपतये नमः।
Hello guys, welcome to Aditya 1111 YouTube channel. Okay, so today I'm going to share one case study with you all. Okay, so I have received this Sony motherboard which part number is HK9. So dealer told me, according to him, he told that motherboard is sometime taking charging and sometimes not. Okay, means percentage increasing sometime and sometimes not, according to him. But when I check MBD in front of him, I found that whenever I press power button, it's what is it? Green light, it's glowing for 2-3 seconds and goes off, means power coming and going, power coming and going. So I told him I am taking this laptop first of all for no power condition. Okay, so I opened this MBD and check physically, everything is okay, my whole motherboard impedance was okay. So I start checking with RTC section. Here it's the RTC section nearby only, RTC reset and SRT reset all are available, and with board view also I have checked full RTC section, my RTC section is okay. So next thing I start checking its VS section, because in Sony laptop, as we all know, mostly problem occurs due to leakage. Most of all VS section fails sometimes. Okay, so this leakage creates this issue, means power comes and going sometime. And one thing more, when I was testing this MBD, what I found that motherboard is getting on even sometime, means it's giving display also. But what happened after 3-4 minutes or 5 minutes maximum time, its PCH start heating so much that even I can't even put my fingers on it and it goes off. And after that, when you try to power it on, it will not power on also, means same condition, power comes and goes. Okay, so what I do next thing is I start checking VS section, means deeply, means it's this is 5 volt VSIC, 3 volt VSIC, these two all gate voltages are okay, means it's whenever I press power button I found 14 voltage on gate according to schematic, means my VS section is also okay in this MBD. So next thing I start doing BIOS. I made 2-3 BIOS with different ME files. I even changed BIOS IC also, but nothing happened. Then I removed its USB ICs also, both USB IC also, but motherboard was still same. So what I do, I removed its 3 volt 5 volt output caps. Okay, so I use this 330D capacitors, because older one are this cylindrical type small capacitor, so I have to put one wire for ground for both the capacitor, but problem didn't solve. So I worked maybe more than 1 hour in this motherboard but couldn't get the solution. So I leave the motherboard aside. Okay, and at night I was watching Satish's video. He also make one video of same motherboard but different problem, same part number HK9 only. In this motherboard its RTC section is faulty, but during watching his video what I noticed, he was saying that always go through basic only, always go through basic only. So sometimes what happened, we in a repairing time we forgot so many basic things to check. Okay, so next day I came to shop and start checking this laptop from basic only. Okay, so what I do, I start checking its IOIC requirement again. My everything is okay, S5 on D, PC enable, like he told in his video, all basic requirement is okay, but IO pin number 64, wait, IO pin number 64 ACM, search it. See, this pin number 64 having no voltage. Okay, so we will go to the birthplace of this AC in PQ8. Here you can see this is the working condition. I'm going to tell you. See, this pin number 5 should be high, so that it will make 3 pin number 3 to pin number 4, means it will make this part of 6 leg JFET ground. So our 3 volt will go through this PR31 to AC in, but here I am getting only 0 voltage. Okay, so for this working condition we need here high voltage. On pin number 5 we need, maybe I will tell you later, means above 3 voltage. Okay, but what I am getting here, I am getting only 1.0 voltage over here. So due to which this MOSFET is this pin number 3 doesn't going to ground. Okay, so I backtrace this line. This PQ32 is not available, but these two register pin number PR149 and PR136 both are available on my MBD. Here you can see this is our PQ8. Okay, and these are register. This is our register PR149, PR136. Okay, let's come back to schematic. Okay, so according to voltage divider, when I calculated, here should be 4.65 something voltage should be here. Okay, but I am getting only 1.0 volt. Okay, so what I do, I directly replace these pull up resistor and pull down resistor from scrap motherboard, and this capacitor also. After that I am getting proper voltage 4.65, and after getting 4.65 voltage, this pin number 3 goes to ground, and my pin number 6 having 3.3 proper voltage, and ACN is also high at that time. Okay, so after putting register, my 3.3 ACN is okay, and when I try to trigger my MBD on, it's getting on, giving display also. Okay, I checked this motherboard after putting register more than 15 to 20 minutes is proper getting on. Okay, so I remember dealer also told me that it's not even getting charged, means taking charging and not charging. So dealer also told me that it's taking charging and not taking charging sometime. Okay, so I plug in the customer battery in this motherboard, and it's start taking charging at that time. Okay, so I turn on the MBD and leave it for testing purpose. I leave it alone. Okay, so what I found, after 5 minutes the MBD goes off and my battery charging is also again 0, means my DCM goes down. Okay, and after plug out DC, what I found, one more problem arise in my laptop, that my MOSFET is not switching, means 19 volt is not passing in this motherboard after some time. Okay, so I start checking again why this MOSFET is not switching, because my MBD again goes dead in this condition. So what I found here, this PQ5. First, for checking purpose, I remove this PQ2 transistor for checking purpose. After that my gate voltage is proper 9 something voltage, and my motherboard is getting on. So again put back this 6 leg transistor on MBD and start checking on motherboard why my MOSFET is not switching. So after spending 10 to 15 minutes, I found that this PQ5 it's got faulty, means this pin number 6 is without putting power on MBD, it goes ground, means its impedance is low, around 50. Okay, so I directly replaced it. After that my MOSFET switching is proper, but what happened, my MBD again goes to the same condition in which I received it, means it's again not getting on after pressing power button, taking some amp. Okay, so again I go back to this PQ8 only here. Okay, this PQ8, wait, let me search PQ8 JFET only, and I again check this AC inline. Okay, so what I found, this AC inline again goes 0, and on pin number 5 I am again getting 1.0 voltage only as usual. Okay, so what I do next, I remove this I have already changed this whole the voltage divider circuit, this capacitor and these two resistor also. So what I do, I remove this PR13747K value resistor. Okay, after removing this resistor, my voltage on pin number 5 of PQ8, it's again means 4.65 something voltage I got. Okay, so what I notice now, means my this AC OK is only going to battery IC only. Okay, where this pin number 13 is connected with this circuit, voltage divider circuit. So I directly replaced my battery IC, and after that I again put this PR37 register back on MBD and checked AC in line. My AC in line is proper now, 3.3 voltage only. Okay, and my motherboard is getting on proper. Okay, so the main culprit we can say is first of all battery IC. Okay, and I have also make mistake that I have not checked its basic requirement, but thanks to Satish sir, after watching his video only I got some clues, maybe most important clue in this motherboard for repairing it. Okay, so let me show you display. See, standby amp is good. Okay, now I am pressing power button, it's getting on. See, it's giving display also. Okay, and let me show you charging also. Is the battery there is the battery. See, it's start taking charging also properly. Okay, thank you for watching our video. Please like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you.
So if you want to get the knowledge on BIOS modding, you can just purchase our Hindi edition. All the videos are available already, and along with that there are many case studies as well as some videos theoretically on impedance and voltages are also there. With the help of DSO, how you can check the motherboard are also included on this videos. The complete package is of around 40 plus videos. You can, if you like, you can just purchase them. It is a full of knowledge. You can enjoy the videos, and it is 100% money back videos. Your money will not be wasted for that. So if you like to join our BIOS and schematics group, you can also contact us for joining that. As well as we also have a training program of laptop chip level, advanced level. If you like to join that, you can also come and join that. So thanks for watching Aditya 111 Triple T YouTube channel. If you like our channel, do hit the subscribe button, like, share and comment. Thanks a lot.